right, guys, I am back and I dug around and I think I came up with a plan. I have no idea how it'll end up working out. But you know how like sometimes you just get so frustrated with what you're doing because it's not looking quite how the first one did. Yeah, the first one you make, like the prototype. Yeah, that's what's happened to me yesterday. So I find when I get that frustrated, it's better just to set it down for a second, go look for something different for like more inspiration, you know, things like that, of that nature. So yeah, that's what was going on. So I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I think you guys will see this on Wednesday. So it's still Sunday here, so. And I think I came up with a focal point for this one too. So that said, I'm feeling a little bit better about this one. A little bit better, a little bit better. Ooh. And again, we're not going to worry about anything hanging over or just like right at the edge there, because it will all come together once we trim down and like really make it flush again, or square, I guess is the word, would be a better word for it. Okay. All right. Much better, much better. Okay, so then this one, we're going to cover up the edges here. I guess you can kind of see the ink on this one, but I guess it's just going to be twiddle fingers today. Hopefully, in just a little bit, Christian and I will film a couple more in our little series. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a whole lot of fun doing that. Okay. All right, guys, look at this. We're getting there. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and put down right here. But obviously it's going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to have to keep a mindful eye of that one. And maybe not put the glue down so far. See, that's another reason why I put it down, is because you never know when that glue's going to get in there. Okay. And we can still use that piece on another one. And now I'm going to do a little black piece up here, but I obviously don't want it that big. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the ends where it's white, glue it into place, and then trim it down like I just did. Did I ask you at the beginning of the video if you guys are doing all right? If I didn't, hope you guys are all doing all right. Yeah, I think I did. Anywho, yeah, I think there's going to be lots and lots and lots of exciting things going on at work this week. Yeah, I could tell you about them, but it would probably bore the socks off for you. But most of you know that I work in a medical type company, but we we don't really assemble things per se. Like, we're moving in that direction, but oh yeah, see, okay, now I'm liking it a little bit more now that I got the frustration out, right? That's a little bit better. All right, so let's see. I think I want to add one over here of that one, but which one? Because they're all pretty big. Okay, now could we trim one of these down and go up like that, which I think we actually probably could. So I'm going to glue this, or ink this one. I think I'm going to move everything up because I think I'm probably out of the picture frame. Anyways, we ended up having to stop production last week because they had big inventory issues. So I know a lot of you guys know that I live in Colorado, and they had several different facilities. I worked at 3 of them. So basically, I worked at, when I first started back, I started in the one building that was manufacturing these breathing apparatuses type things for when you go into surgery, the anesthesia masks. And they were pretty much the first of their kind. They were made without PVC, which PVC, when mixed with anesthesia, actually causes a toxin. And so these ones didn't cause any toxin at all. They weren't manufactured with anything toxic when mixed with anesthesia. So that said, let's maybe do this one instead. Put a little bit of lightness in there. So that said, we had to stop manufacturing those because of the the liability versus what they the market just isn't ready for those. And that's okay. So they ended up doing away with that line, and then they it was technically 2 separate businesses owned by the same couple, but different. Oh, I don't like that. Look at that, it's a little short right there, so we'll have to throw a little bit of paint in there, I bet. Okay, anyways, so that said, the main parent company absorbed that building and absorbed the other portions of that business and just made it part, because they're still making these other things. And I guess I could tell you, I try not to say what I do too much, mostly because, I mean, there's obviously patents and things like that involved. But a lot of what we manufacture is anything from industrial to medical as far as parts. When you have an IV bag, there's like a little port in there where your tubing connects to. So my company makes those, and all kinds of other fittings. But anyways, and then another thing that we do is really cool. It's called Series Lock, and it's a whole thing of quick disconnect things. Yeah, so it's all of our stuff quickly disconnects. So they use it a lot, like in marina type scenarios. I like that one a little bit better there. So like boats, we have like big parts, like automotive parts. If you open pretty much any hood of any car nowadays, you would find one of our parts. And they do a lot of research and development stuff. They help companies find new and innovative ways to make basically that kind of thing come to life for them. There's a company called Rivian. It's a new electric truck, and it's, I believe last year was its first year out on the market. And I actually saw one on the road the other day. They're obviously, you know, it's still like brand new. And we designed and basically bent the tubing for Rivian to for their coolant system. So yeah, that was really super exciting. I wasn't a part of like the research and development of it, but I was there for the bending of the tubing and things like that. So and then I know I've mentioned before, I worked in a research lab, and we're putting together this other assembly for a pretty, like, it's one of the top medical companies in the world. And we're in phase 3, and so I've been helping when I can with that. But anyways, why I started telling you this is we have a Denver location, and then we had 3 Fort Collins locations, and now we just have 2 Fort Collins and 1 Denver. But now that the company's basically merged, we have this really fancy system that draws, since it's plastics, we obviously deal in all kinds of plastics. And so they all have a name, right? And we inventory and we receive it in, you know, just like any other business. And our receiving is fine, but our system, we use this large operating system, and it encompasses everything in the business. So everything talks to each other all the time. So like at any given minute, if I need to know, does production have XYZ in mold and machine number XYZ, but I happen to be in Denver, I can pull that information up really quickly. Like I can, it's basically real time. And it's called like ePlant. So basically once they enter it, I get to see what's there, what's in stock, what's in inventory, what's running, you know, things like that. And it also encompasses everything that we bring in. But a problem was discovered the other day with that. It was drawing all of our plastics out of Denver. So Denver was looking like it was really short on product. And it looked like Fort Collins locations had an abundance of it, which neither is true. So basically, Denver had negative, like one of the plastics we deal with is Kynar. So it was showing that we were, you know, I'm just throwing out a number. It's not really the actual number, but because I no longer remember the actual number. So basically, it was showing, you know, that we were 10,000 pounds in the negative in Denver, but then like Fort Collins had, you know, 30,000 pounds. You know what I mean? Like it was off. So it wasn't calculating right. So, but then nobody could get like an actual number of what were really short or positive. So we had to basically stop production for a few days. And literally every facility had to weigh their product. I think I'll put this little guy here. Yeah, that'll look cute. Oh, I like that. Okay. All right, so yeah, we had to weigh everything out on scales. Like we had to take pallets off of shelves. And when I say we, I mean not me, but the warehouse guys and the production guys had to take everything off of shelves and weigh everything and then input it. But there's still a problem in the system because it's still only taking out of Denver. It's not taking it out of the proper plants. And so the people, not me, I know what they're doing when it comes to computers, definitely not me, have been fighting the system all week. And then a bunch of us have been going through more training because now we're going to have to receive everything in differently, because that is one of, when my boss is gone, that's one of the things that I do is I do what he does and I receive in material. So we've had to do quite a bit of other training to, you know, hopefully mitigate this whole fiasco, if you will. I mean, it's nobody's fault, but it's a big mess. It's a big mess. I kind of want one that large, and then I'm gonna put one here, and then we'll do a little one of that. So yeah, so it was, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a stressful week. And then since the production's down, then my boss and I had to find things for, you know, everybody to do from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which, I mean, luckily we had a little bit to do with the research lab of like projects that I could pass off onto them to keep them busy. But yeah, it's tomorrow and Tuesday. If they don't get it all up and running again, it's going to get kind of hairy. So I'm just kind of stressed out about that. I shouldn't be. Like, it's not really that big of a deal, but I am kind of stressed about that whole thing. Because is there anything worse than, like, going to work and not having anything to do? I mean, truly, is there? And like I said, it's not like we don't have anything to do, but, like, you know, it's kind of frustrating, I think, anyways, when you have a job to do and you have a job description and you're not able to do that job, right? I'll put that one there, and then we'll put that little corner up there will be the see, if I just were having a little bit more faith, I would have known. And I'm actually thinking I might just do this and trim it off, because I think, yeah, I'm liking that more and more. And the big chickens are picking on the little chickens, not in like a harmful way, but they get them all riled up because they still have plenty of room, but they're out of room, kind of, because they're just big. You wouldn't believe how much those little babies have grown in the last week. And even the babies, holy cow. I didn't realize that leghorns grew that fast, but they do. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Anywho, I have to think of maybe, let's see which one looks better. That or this one. I think I I like that one better. Yep, kind of goes with the thing there. Okay. All right, just gonna hit this edge right here. I think I'm gonna go against what I've been doing and just put the glue on there. Okay, ta-da, there's the cover. Now we need to figure out what we're gonna do on the inside. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I did with the other ones. And we're just gonna continue on in the same vein. But what I'm gonna do, since we already did the spine a while ago, I'm gonna go ahead and this is the part where I was telling you it's gonna crack, because it doesn't, for me, it hasn't mattered with this paper, like if it's just gonna crack. It doesn't matter what paper I put on. And there's actually a reason why I'm doing it this way, so that when we get to the inside there, I will be able to see where the middle is. And I'm gonna go one step further, and I'm going to ink. I'm going to ink this edge so that when we get to that point, I will be able to see it and know that like, because you'd be surprised at how disorienting, I guess would be a good word, it is, that there's not, like, you can no longer see it when you have the inside all done. Yeah, then we'll be able to tell where it is. And you would think, since we already have it bent here, that we would be able to see, but no, that's not the case, unfortunately. Okay, so I think I'm going to start out with this bigger piece here. I don't know if we'll get all the way done with this whole video here, but we'll at least make a good attempt. But at least now you get the gist, right? I mean, it is basically collaging. And that's another reason why I said don't worry about too much if you hang over a little bit, because we'll clean it up, because like I think you can probably tell there's darker spots right here. And it's just the front side, obviously. Yeah, the front side kind of bulging out, if you will. And now that I have another game plan kind of in mind, I think I can navigate the back a little bit quicker. Like as far as like how it looks and where we're going with colors. Man, those chickens are getting pretty noisy over there. I think you guys can probably hear them, but I think they probably need water again. Because when you have sawdust in there with, or not sawdust, but bedding chips in there, it gets everywhere and it clogs their water up. So like 3 or 4 times a day, we're having to clean out the water. They still have water, but then the chips like sit in there and they can't get to them, so to speak. Boy, those little fingers are getting kind of inky, aren't they? Okay, now oh, do I not have any more of that one? Oh, I do, but it's that's good. Oh boy, guys, I am getting tired. It's not even time in the day to be tired. I still got a couple hours. Gracie likes to tease me now and just say that, yeah, you are getting old. You're an old lady. We were talking about that at work the other day, about how being tired is just a constant state of being these days, I think, for everybody. Doesn't matter how old you are, everybody's just tired. It's like the last couple of years have just really taken it out of everybody, you know? Oh, except for that is upside down. See, that's why I use this glue. Because you can then put it right side up. Oh, you guys needed your daily dose of giggles, didn't you? All right. And I'm sure I'm boring the socks right off of you. Like I said, I kind of have an idea. And I think this is the last, we'll finish this half and then I'll just finish that half off camera. And then obviously you'll see this journal cover again because, you know, because that's just how we roll. I'm not even sure on closures yet what we're gonna end up doing. I'm definitely putting my fabric tack through the paces today. It's like I'm going for the grunge factor. Follow me for more tips. I mean, not really. Looks like I'm kind of at a standstill again. I think I'm gonna fill in this part right here, and maybe that will help me with the other one. I think I'll do this right here. And I think our darling Grace is back from work. All right, we're close, guys. We're close, 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 close. I'm actually thinking I want this. I'm gonna have to put it over a little bit. And I don't want it that tall. Something like that. I think that's how we're gonna roll. Oh boy. And then we got one more piece we gotta figure out. And then I'm gonna take a break. See why these chickens are so noisy. Getting kind of grouchy over there. Nip, nip, nip. Okay, now which one? Do we do another? Didn't I already have like, nope, we need a little bit whiter, I think. Look all right? Maybe do that, maybe do a little bit smaller piece. Okay, like so. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. Can you guys even see that? Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on here like I did the last one. That top piece. Seems more conducive to do it that way. Oh, they're bound and determined to make a ruckus today. All right, I'm gonna trim that off and then I will sign off for the day. Okay. Oh, I'm liking it. Now I like it. Before I wasn't quite so sure what was happening. I'll have to do a little something there. And it might be that our fabric covers it, so I don't need to do anything anyways, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. So yeah, that's what we're getting to be right here. Yep, all right, cool guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye guys.